Okey. Selamat sejahtera cikgu-cikgu dan selamat datang ke info session yang terakhir, bicara potensi yang terakhir untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize. Dan kami menuju, this is the pecutan terakhir lah cikgu menuju ke tarikh tutup Malaysia Teacher Prize iaitu 2 Julai. So seperti biasa, kalau cikgu-cikgu dah pernah join info-info session kami sebelum ini, cikgu boleh tulis nama dan anda dari sekolah mana di dalam ruang chat supaya saya dapat memberikan shout out kepada anda, dan juga mungkin sebab saya sebut nama kan, saya sebut nama, saya sebut sekolah, cikgu kenalah apply untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize. Kalau ada yang masih berfikir-fikir lagi nak apply ke tak, I hope bicara potensi malam ini akan push anda untuk apply for Malaysia Teacher Prize. Seperti biasa, saya rasa semua orang dah bosan tengok muka saya, dah kenal saya siapa, tapi saya perkenalkan diri dulu. Nama saya Cheryl Ann Fernando, saya Ketua Pegawai Eksekutif Pemimpin GSL. Tetapi hari ini saya tidak berseorangan. Saya akan I will be joined virtually bersama guru-guru hebat di seluruh representing the country. So kita ada Cikgu Anuthra iaitu pemenang Malaysia Teacher Prize 2022. Cikgu Tan Shi Min iaitu finalis teratas Malaysia Teacher Prize, top 10 finalis Malaysia Teacher Prize 2022. Oh, they are all here. Okay, come on up. We'll do this all together. And we have Cikgu Sirhajwan, 50 finalis teratas Global Teacher Prize 2017. So even though we are all virtual, I can just feel the aura of like awesomeness that is surrounding this virtual room. So maybe Cikgu Anuthra, Cikgu Tan and Cikgu Sirhajwan, you want to hi to everybody? You can unmute and hi.
Hi, hello everyone. Nice to see everybody.
Hi.
Okay, we've got Cikgu Nurliza dari College Vocational Klang. We've got Cikgu Sri Murugan dari SMK Subang Utama. We've got Cikgu Jimmy dari SJK Chunghua Batu 10 Kuching. Cikgu Zura dari SMK Bako. Cikgu Fin dari SMK Tinggi Perempuan Melaka. So hi everybody. Okay, saya mulakan sesi kita dengan pengenalan kepada Malaysia Teacher Prize. Okay, let's go Tian Seng. Okay, seperti biasa, kalau cikgu dah selalu join kita, cikgu tahu lah kita akan mula dengan video Malaysia Teacher Prize. So let's go Tian Seng.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Naz Rahman. Seperti yang saya katakan, kita bukan jalan-jalan cari makan hari ini. Kita jalan-jalan mencari guru, cikgu, pemimpin yang kami raikan. Tepukan buat mereka.
Yeah, we are here to support the dreams of all of our top 10 finalists because we know firsthand that dreams are powerful. What more, the dreams of these teachers.
So it's interesting that Sam said power. People often don't associate being a teacher with power.
But here at the Malaysia Teacher Prize, we acknowledge this power that teachers hold. The power to inspire, the power to change lives, and the power to make a difference. Most importantly, the power of nation building.
Teaching is not just about imparting knowledge. I think that's it. It's about building relationships, right? I think you all know that when you love your teacher, you can learn so fast and you pay attention.
So the winner is Cikgu Anuthra.
I would like to introduce you to Brenda. It was her first time competing in Young Innovators Challenge. It was her first time doing coding, touching microcontrollers.
After the competition ended, she came to me telling me, "Teacher, I like this. I want to do this." Today, Brenda is a third-year student doing data science. Ladies and gentlemen, how many Brendas have we missed by not giving these kids an opportunity to touch and play and explore robotics? And how many Brenda we could make and create by giving that simple opportunity to them. So let's join our hands together and build more innovation centers. And come to TIC, we'll tell you how to do it cheap. Thank you.
Alright, itu dia video pengenalan. I think kalau tengok video ni, cikgu lebih kurang dah faham apa itu Malaysia Teacher Prize dan yang penting kita dapat melihat sambutan kita tahun lepas dan saya janji Teacher Prize, anugerah Malaysia Teacher Prize akan lebih hebat daripada tahun lepas. So kalau cikgu lihat dalam video ni, kita ada ramai VIP yang hadir pada hari itu. Kita ada banyak selebriti yang hadir, tetapi yang penting adalah guru-guru kita, our top 10 finalists and of course our winner of Malaysia Teacher Prize iaitu Cikgu Anuthra, dan mereka diraikan pada hari itu. So the VIPs all took a backstage so that we can celebrate the teachers, because itulah motivasi kita dalam menganjurkan Malaysia Teacher Prize. That's the reason why we organize the Malaysia Teacher Prize, is to elevate the teaching profession, is to elevate the teaching status in Malaysia, and untuk memastikan guru-guru kita adalah setaraf dengan guru-guru antarabangsa. So Malaysia Teacher Prize tagline, the power of a teacher, the potential of a nation. Seorang guru, kuasa yang ada pada seorang guru itu mampu mengubah negara, and melalui Malaysia Teacher Prize kami ingin merealisasikan kuasa yang ada pada tangan guru ini dengan memberikan mereka hadiah wang ganjaran iaitu RM50,000 untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize, tetapi lebih daripada itu apabila anda enter Malaysia Teacher Prize, anda dapat so many different connections that you can make, and kami akan perkenalkan anda kepada CEO dari yayasan dan sebagainya, dan saya yakin Malaysia Teacher Prize menjadi top 10 finalis Malaysia Teacher Prize ini akan membuka ruang dan peluang kepada anda. So, kalau anda baru join kami, anda di siri terakhir, bicara potensi terakhir, pecutan terakhir untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize. Jadi kalau anda dalam siri ini dan anda masih ragu-ragu lagi nak apply atau tidak, saya harap by the end of the hour, by pukul 9, anda akan mula application anda untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize, ataupun kalau dah mula, anda akan cuba habiskan, kita ada cuti panjang, right? So anda akan cuba habiskan ataupun anda akan at least submit. Saya nak bagi shout out kepada cikgu-cikgu yang saya nampak. So saya bagi shout out kepada Cikgu Krishna Kumari. Hai Cikgu Krishna, alumni kita dari sekejap cikgu, saya tutup pintu sebab anak-anak saya kacau. Okay. Sorry, saya kembali. Sedikit gangguan. Cikgu Krishna, alumni dari program Pemimpin GSL sebelum ini cohort 2. Hai Cikgu Krishna, I hope you're applying. Cikgu Pushpa dari SJKT Jalan Tepi Sungai, Cikgu Tung Suling, SMK Sentul Utama, ni semua dekat-dekat dengan kita. So you have to apply. Cikgu Stephanie, Jesselton International School, Kota Kinabalu, Cikgu Kumanan, SJKT Ladang Juru in Penang. Alright, okay, so if I say your name, you have to apply. Hi Cikgu. Okay, let's go to the next one. So, seperti yang saya kata tadi, hadiah Malaysia Teacher Prize adalah RM50,000, dan nanti kita boleh tanya kepada Cikgu Anuthra bagaimana dia telah guna wang RM50,000 ini, dan melalui Malaysia Teacher Prize kami akan pastikan duit itu pergi terus kepada cikgu. Bukan melalui PPD, bukan melalui JPN, tetapi terus kepada cikgu. Seperti yang saya kata tagline kami tadi, the power of a teacher, the potential of a nation. Untuk merealisasikan the power of a teacher ni, we have to give teachers the money to be able to do what they want to do in their classroom. 5 finalis teratas kecuali pemenang akan menerima RM5,000 dan 10 finalis teratas akan mendapat bengkel pembangunan profesional daripada Pemimpin GSL. Dan nanti kita boleh dengar daripada Cikgu Tan, walaupun tidak menjadi pemenang, apa benefits yang dia dapat sebagai top 10 finalis. Alright. Next one. Okay, kita ada satu lagi video sebelum saya call all our amazing guests to join me. So, let's go, Tian Sing.
Dibuka dan anda boleh memohon sekarang juga. Anugerah berprestij ini mewakili jenama Global Teacher Prize di Malaysia dan dianjurkan oleh pemimpin GSL khas untuk semua guru di luar sana. Saya sentiasa percaya bahawa guru merupakan barisan hadapan dalam sistem pendidikan dan akan memainkan peranan penting dalam membentuk masa depan negara kita. Jadi, guru-guru sekalian, pamerkan usaha anda dalam mendidik anak muda Malaysia dan memohon sebelum 2 Julai 2023 melalui malaysiateacherprize.org. Guru insani pemangkin generasi madani. Pohon sekarang.
Alright, so kita dengar daripada YB Menteri sendiri, and tahun ini kita sangat excited sebab untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize, kami mendapat sokongan daripada Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia dan YB Menteri sendiri yang banyak menunjukkan sokongan terhadap kami, terhadap apa yang kami laksanakan untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize. Jadi saya sangat excited, kami juga mendapat banyak sokongan daripada JPN seluruh negara untuk menjayakan Malaysia Teacher Prize ini. Jadi the last push for it. So let's go. What's next, Tian Sing? Okay, kita pergi kepada kriteria permohonan Malaysia Teacher Prize. So yang pertama, of course, warga negara Malaysia yang sedang bekerja di Malaysia. Untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize, anda perlu mengajar murid dalam sesi persekolahan wajib iaitu 5 hingga 18 tahun. So kalau cikgu mengajar prasekolah ataupun cikgu mengajar pelajar tingkatan 6, cikgu layak untuk apply Malaysia Teacher Prize. Sekolah swasta dan sekolah NGO dan sebagainya boleh apply untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize asalkan silibus yang digunakan adalah mengikut silibus kebangsaan. Seterusnya, anda perlu mengajar sekurang-kurangnya 10 jam seminggu. Tetapi kami menggalakkan pentadbir, PKHAM, PK Koko, guru perpustakaan, guru kaunseling dan sebagainya untuk apply. Asalkan dalam borang entry anda boleh tulis apa yang anda lakukan untuk 10 jam itu. Dan yang akhir, anda mempunyai pengalaman mengajar sekurang-kurangnya 5 tahun. Dan rancang untuk kekal dalam perkhidmatan 5 tahun lagi. Jadi kalau tahun ini tahun ke-5 anda mengajar, anda boleh apply. Kalau tahun ini umur anda 55, anda boleh apply. Asalkan tak bercadang untuk retire tahun ni, boleh apply. Kalau 1 minggu mengajar tak sampai 10 jam, layak ke tak? Layak, cikgu. Asalkan dalam borang tu cikgu boleh tulis apa yang cikgu lakukan untuk 10 jam tu. Kalau tidak mengajar, so contohnya kepimpinan instruksional atau cikgu lakukan ladap, kerja-kerja lain yang cikgu buat sebagai seorang guru, cikgu boleh tulis di dalam borang itu. Okay. So kita ada 2 untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize iaitu permohonan dan pencadangan. Berbeza dengan anugerah-anugerah lain, walaupun anda dicadang untuk apply Malaysia Teacher Prize, anda masih perlu isi borang permohonan. Ini kerana kami mengikut rapat kepada kriteria Global Teacher Prize supaya kami dapat pastikan top 10 yang kami pilih daripada Malaysia ini senang untuk kami membantu mereka untuk apply for the Global Teacher Prize apabila kriteria semua dicapai, ya. So permohonan seorang boleh sekali sahaja, tapi untuk pencadangan kalau anda rasa ada guru-guru lain yang layak untuk apply, anda boleh cadang seberapa ramai guru yang anda nak. tetapi mereka masih perlu memohon. Untuk permohonan, hanya guru yang mencapai kriteria permohonan sahaja boleh memohon. Kalau anda tidak capai, I think automatically sistem kita, permohonan anda tidak layak. Dan apabila anda submit your entry, baru dikira sebagai penghantaran borang dan permohonan yang lengkap. Dan untuk tahun ini, semua permohonan, semua yang anda hantar akan mendapat sijil. Asalkan anda klik butang submit your entry. Bila dah habis essay cikgu jangan hantar essay kosong. Cikgu habis your essay, cikgu submit entry, cikgu akan dapat sijil daripada kami di Pemimpin GSL dan Malaysia Teacher Prize. Okey. Okey, kita ada 5 soalan permohonan untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize. Yang pertama adalah kisah anda, di mana anda menceritakan tentang perjalanan anda sebagai seorang guru. Kedua adalah pengajaran anda. Anda cerita tentang pengajaran PDP anda di dalam bilik darjah. Ketiga, apa yang anda buat untuk community, dan community ini termasuk kepada menjalankan kelas tambahan atau apa saja yang anda buat di luar waktu persekolahan atau di luar bilik darjah. Keempat adalah aktiviti luar bilik darjah dari segi keguruan, maknanya apa yang anda buat untuk menyokong komuniti keguruan. Sebagai contoh, kalau ladap yang anda lakukan ataupun ada PLCs yang anda buat bersama guru-guru anda boleh masukkan di sini. Dan yang akhir, penggunaan wang ganjaran. Saya tidak akan pergi detail dengan soalan-soalan ini sebab kita ada our top 10 finalists, our winner dan Cikgu Sirhajwan, the top 50 finalists of the Global Teacher Prize yang akan membantu saya. So apabila anda dengar sharing daripada mereka, saya harap anda inspired untuk write your essays. Okay? So, kalau anda belum lagi, anda boleh ikuti kami di media sosial Pemimpin GSL Malaysia in Facebook dan @Pemimpin GSL di Instagram. Anda juga boleh ikuti hashtag Malaysia Teacher Prize 2023 untuk mengetahui lebih lanjut tentang Malaysia Teacher Prize. Okey, saya dah minum air. Sekarang saya bersedia untuk guest saya naik ke pentas virtual bersama saya untuk sesi perkongsian Malaysia Teacher Prize. Let's go. Cikgu-cikgu, kalau cikgu ada apa-apa atau sesiapa yang mendengar hari ini, kalau anda ada apa-apa soalan, anda boleh terus type di dalam ruang komen dan saya akan jawab. Okay. Tian Sing, can we bring everybody up? Okay, so hi everyone. This is when I am living my dream life as a host, as a TV host. saya selalu nak jadi TV host, tak pernah tercapai. So this is my dream life now, right? Okay, so I want to start with today is already the 27th June. Kalaulah ada orang yang rasa, alamak, it's the deadline is going to close 2nd July. You know, should I even apply for the Malaysia Teacher Prize? Is it worth it? Maybe we'll start with Cikgu Sirhajwan lah. Are you a last minute person? When did you apply for the Global Teacher Prize?
So,
okay. Yeah.
So I applied Global Teacher Prize in 2016, and I think it took me 3 months to do my essay.
Wow.
3 months. Yeah, but I submitted it, I think, about 2 days before the deadline.
Okay, quite pushing
so
it.
I'm not a last person. But the time that you take, masa yang diambil untuk kita perbaiki, tambah baik essay kita, itu sangat penting, sangat membantu.
Alright. Okay, so Cikgu Anuthra, tell me, last minute person or a person like Cikgu Sirhajwan? He's planned it 3 months in advance, but I started 2 days before that. Which type of person are you?
Actually, I'm not a last minute person. I am not a last minute person. But when it comes to the application of the award, I'm a total opposite of Dr. Sirhajwan because I only started my entry 2 days prior to the due date. So cikgu-cikgu di luar sana, hari ini dah 27 hari bulan, meaning to say you have more days than I did. I had only 2 days. So cikgu-cikgu, kalau Dr. Sirhajwan made it, Okay, he made great preparation. I did only 2 days, so you can too.
All right. Cikgu Tan, last minute person, how long did you take and when did you submit?
Okay, so I actually started my application 3 hours before the deadline. Yeah, so sebelum ni, memang I'm one of the participants for Leads Cohort 2, and then thanks to Cheryl who started this. Yeah, so like throughout the program, Puan Munira already like keep saying you should apply. Like 1 week before, dia pun kata, Cikgu Tan, apply lah. And then I said, okay, tengok lah. And then, but what made me like apply last minute though is because there was one incident at my school. Pondok di depan bilik sal saya, dia macam sudah usang. And then I think that is where the English Wonderland located. So I think I need some money to help upgrade the English Wonderland, and then at the same time fix the pondok. So that's why I apply juga 3 hours before the deadline and submit at 11:59. So teachers, you memang ada masa.
Okay. So we've heard 3 different scenarios, teachers, but in conclusion, kita ada masa. Kita masih ada masa. So it's either you can do it 3 hours before, which I think it's a bit pushing it, a bit stressful kalau untuk saya. Or Cikgu Anuthra a few days before, but she still submitted. Or like Cikgu Sirhajwan did a plan in advance, the 3 months idea to marinate in his head. And then he's like, okay, I'm going to write it all. And 2 days before the deadline, I'm going to submit. So in conclusion, you still have time. And I want to ask you, the 3 of you, right? If people are still thinking about this, right? What will be that one motivation for them to today go to malaysiateacherprize.org and just submit? So maybe you can tell us, and I'll start with Cikgu Anuthra. How has being the winner of Malaysia Teacher Prize 2023 changed your life in any ways?
Oh, okay. So, so which one do I answer now? You gave me 2 questions.
How has it changed your life? I think that itself would be an inspiration.
Yeah. So when I wanted to apply, obviously it was a lot of people trying to push me. I mean, even Sirhajwan did texted me and saying, you go in, you can do it. It still didn't convince me. I feel like, my imposter syndrome is so deep embedded. I believe banyak guru-guru sama seperti saya, because we feel like saya cikgu biasa, 50,000 like impossible. It's like a very far-fetched dream. It seems that way. If I didn't try 2 days prior to the deadline, I wouldn't be here in my 3rd session promoting to you, please apply for MTP 2023, because having won the Malaysia Teacher Prize 2022 has definitely gave me something that you cannot get, that is way more worthy than the 50,000 ringgit, because it gives you a platform, it gives you a power to speak, a voice that is heard, and it gives you the opportunity to scale up whatever you are doing, be it something you are very passionate about in your school, in your classroom, in your community, or even in something that you have been working so long alone. So I really think that winning it, or even being, the top 10 finalists, has been very rewarding. Not so much on the money, but more on whatever that comes with it. So I would say to all the teachers out there, kepada cikgu-cikgu yang masih hesitate atau haven't submitted halfway there, why you have to do it? Very simple. Even if you don't get it, what's there to lose? But you could be that Anuthra who was shocked when she won back in 2022.
Alright, thank you so much, Cikgu Anuthra. Very nicely put, right? So I think there's nothing to lose if we apply for it. Cikgu Sirhajwan, you were the top 50 Global Teacher Prize finalist at a time when it was very new, the competition, and one of the first few Malaysians to apply for it, I think, even, right? And one of the first few Malaysians to be listed in it. I think two questions for you. Number one, what was your motivation to apply for the Global Teacher Prize? And number two is, how has it changed your life? It's 2017, few years, but how does it still make an impact to your life until today?
So I think that's a good question. It was in 2017. So back then, when you applied for Global Teacher Prize, you had to apply the year before. So I applied in 2016. I didn't feel like I could make it to the top 50, but I felt like my motivation during that time was that I felt like, as a teacher, I've been doing things and, I wanted to go beyond. I want to explore more, but I felt like I was stuck. I was stagnant because first, nobody knew who I was and I didn't know anyone. So we need network to scale up our work. And Cikgu Anuthra mentioned that, like network, getting to know people. So that's what I felt. I felt like I needed something like a milestone, a turning point in my career so that, it can kickstart and like a platform for me to explore further. So that's why I applied for Global Teacher Prize. And when I applied for it, I knew that I wouldn't win. And I knew that I wouldn't make it to the top 10, but being in the top 50 alone, it was crazy. So the moment you became, the moment I made it to the top 50, people were talking about it. Of course, in Malaysia, everything will always go viral. So people began to know me. So I think when people began to know you, you are able to expand your network. So you are able to work with more people, with more schools, with more NGOs. And Anuthra mentioned how you started, how when you started at school, you tend to work alone, like you don't have a team. People don't really believe in you. But when you win something like that, when you get recognition, it's not that we are searching, we want to be popular, we want to be a celebrity. Not that. But we want to have network, to form collaboration, and for people to believe in us, and also for us to develop our own team, which I think what every teacher here has been able to do. So that, and it also, and I think, so yeah, the network is very important. It's one of the things that I was able to gain, and also it improves. I always use these words, and I think you guys are very familiar with the word, the visibility of your work, right? So people need to see the visibility of your work. Like Anuthra, I know her for a very, very long time, and I know that she has been working in STEM. So a lot of people know her in Sabah, but I know her. But then the moment she won that award, everybody knows in the country, everybody knows that, she's doing STEM, and it's in rural areas for people who come from low income backgrounds, maybe. And everybody knows, everybody in the country knows. And just recently, I think last week, I saw her walking to this stage, getting recognition from our chief minister himself for being, a STEM ambassador in Sabah. So that's wonderful, right? So that's the thing about it. It's first network and second visibility. Now, Cheryl, I forgot the second question. What was that? You should ask two questions, but I think I answered both of them.
Yes,
but I think I answered one of them.
Summarized it exactly like a teacher would do. I will take both your questions and give you one answer, but thank you so much, Sirhajwan. I think that's very true. It's bringing visibility, it's bringing light to the work that we're doing. And we know that when we do that, we inspire others to do the same. And I think that's what we want to put out with the Malaysia Teacher Prize. Cikgu Tan, as the top 10 finalists, I think just now when we were going through the prizes, and we were like, okay, 50,000 for the winner, 5,000 for the finalists, for the top 5 finalists, right? As the top 10 finalists, I think what were some of the things that changed your life, I think, since 2022 and 2023 being the top 10 finalists of the Malaysia Teacher Prize?
Okay, yeah. So first of all, I still want to thank CEO of PEMIMPIN GSL, Cheryl, for giving us this opportunity. Yeah, because like before this, I'm very shy, and then I don't really like push myself to like apply for awards. I just do my work, and then and if possible, I want to learn some skills. Okay, so I took up the role of ketua panitia in my school only like last year, and then I was quite lost. And then I was really thankful that I came across the lead program that Cheryl and her team put up for the young teachers or for the future leaders at the school. So I was like, oh wow, I need this. So that's why I joined Lead, and that changed my life. And that's how I got to know about Malaysia Teacher Prize as well, because the sifu in the Lead program keep like pushing us, okay, apply, Cikgu, apply. Okay, so that's why I got to know about Malaysia Teacher Prize. And then during the before the award ceremony, we went through the CPT program with PEMIMPIN GSL and the guests invited by PEMIMPIN GSL. So that's the first time I got to meet Cheryl, meet Sam, and then some VIPs from the field of education that I have never imagined I would meet. Yeah, I seriously thought I was so small and I would never meet these big guns and these VIPs in the field of education. So it was an eye opener for me. And then as a young teacher, this is certainly a very great opportunity for me to like upskill my networking skill, my leadership skill, like how I communicate with others, and then also learn from other top 10 finalists. Seriously, this is a very great opportunity to learn from other great teachers. Yeah, so I really want to thank PEMIMPIN GSL again for giving us such a wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much.
Oh, you guys already amazing. I think we do so little behind the scenes besides the 17 info sessions that we just did, guys. Okay, I think saya nak bawa kembali kepada soalan-soalan esei Malaysia Teacher Prize. So ramai cikgu yang cakap, alamak panjangnya nak tulis 500 patah perkataan, 300 patah perkataan. Tapi some teachers are like, saya sebenarnya ada lagi banyak nak cerita, tak cukup pula patah perkataan. So kalau kita fikir tentang 5 esei Malaysia Teacher Prize, and maybe I start dengan Cikgu Sirhajwan. Sirhajwan, Global Teacher Prize ada lagi banyak esei, right? 11, 12 kalau tak silap saya. But what can teachers do to make their essays stand out for the judges? So kita ada 5 esei je untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize, but if you can just go kepada apa yang cikgu boleh buat supaya dalam esei mereka stand out berbanding dengan semua entry lain. We start dengan Cikgu Sirhajwan. Cikgu Anuthra and Cikgu Tan, I got different question for you. I'm saying it's okay, you don't have to share this.
So saya akan ringkaskanlah untuk jawapan untuk semua jawapan kita kan. Selalu yang paling penting sekali, dan ini selalu saya sendiri selalu alami, dan saya rasa kebanyakan guru pun alami, bila kita mahu tulis esei kita ataupun bila kita mahu ekspreskan idea kita, selalu kita banyak benda yang kita buat, jadi kita mahu bagi tahu semua, and then tidak ada fokus, kita hilang fokus. We do a lot of things, a lot of great things, but you know, you have to highlight the focus. Jadi fokus tu paling penting. Macam Cikgu Anuthra, saya rasa fokus dia sangat clear lah, STEM. Itu satu. Dan satu lagi, fokus satu lagi dia straightforward. Jadi dia kena straightforward. Saya rasa kalau cikgu-cikgu di Malaysia, kita suka bahasa berbunga-bunga. Kadang-kadang bila saya baca ada cikgu-cikgu yang minta tolong, bahasa dia yang macam penenggan pertama dia berbunga-bunga, dia introduction dia, sebab kita memang budaya kita. Jadi saya rasa kalau benda tu macam kita buang masa sikit lah, sebab dia tak ada isi sangat bila dia bacakan berbunga-bunga. Itu satu. Yang ketiga sekali paling penting bagi saya adalah personalize. Kita kena personalkan esei kita. Bila orang baca, dia tahu, oh ini Cikgu Sirhajwan, oh ini Cikgu Anuthra. Like kita boleh tahu siapa tu, kita dapat rasakan personality orang tersebut. Dan saya faham sekarang ni kita ada chat GPT, ramai yang boleh guna artificial software untuk artificial intelligence untuk tulis esei untuk diorang. Dan saya perasan bila saya baca esei tersebut, dia tiada personality. It's very important to have personality in your writing. Okay, jadi itu sebabnya bila kita tulis tu, kita fokus, kita straightforward, dan kita tanya diri sendiri. Apa yang kita nak, bila orang ni baca, apa yang kita nak dia tahu pasal diri kita, pasal siapa kita, apa yang kita buat, apa kita punya niat kita dan sebagainya. Jadi itu, that's just my answer for this one. I'll just keep it brief.
Thank you so much Cikgu. I like saya bawa kepada point Cikgu Sirhajwan yang dia kata mungkin kita start essay kita dengan bahasa berbunga-bunga. So bila kita tulis we have to write to express bukan impress, right? Kalau kita tulis nak impress orang memang dia nampak, right? It doesn't feel like it's from the heart. So when we write to express. Cikgu Anuthra, in Malaysia Teacher Prize, kami banyak tekankan kepada data dan impact. Tetapi data dan impact yang kami cari ni tak semestinya akademik, tak semestinya berbentuk akademik. Dan it's not like cikgu-cikgu kena tunjuk confirm ada 95% pelajar yang lulus. But can you share with the teachers as mereka buat the 5 essays tu, what kind of data, what kind of impact can they share sebagai evidence untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize?
Alright, so first of all, 5 essay tu cikgu-cikgu bagi saya lah seorang yang sangat tidak suka menulis. It was very easy compared to any other application that I've ever came forward to. Like for example macam ada banyak lagi anugerah yang guru-guru mungkin pernah isi sebelum ini untuk di peringkat negeri maupun kebangsaan. Tapi kalau cikgu tengok 5 essay tu dia ada words. Ada yang 300 words, ada yang 500 words. So dia pendek, sangat-sangat pendek dan sangat memudahkan untuk orang-orang sains terutama yang direct macam saya lah. Yang bahasa-bahasa tu macam Dr. Sirhajwan cakap tadi, perlu kurangkan bunga-bunga dia. So coming to data. So a lot of time cikgu-cikgu bila dengar data kan, dia macam rasa takut. It's like a huge thing, right? So cuba kita fikir balik. When we do our daily lesson plan, RPH kita sendiri, kita ada measurable objectives. Those are simple, small data yang kita work with every single day. So kalau dalam konteks saya sendiri, so saya seorang guru kimia yang mengajar subjek SPM setiap tahun. So my data is probably my GPMP mata pelajaran untuk subjek kimia itu sendiri. If that is something yang kuat bagi cikgu lah. Tapi kalau tidak pun mungkin data-data cikgu tu boleh jadi peratus penglibatan murid yang meningkat ataupun boleh juga menjadi lebih kepada mungkin sekolah sebelum ni aktiviti STEM, penglibatan murid dalam pertandingan aktiviti STEM itu sedikit dan sekarang cikgu ada dalam 20% increment. Enrollment STEM dalam sekolah sudah meningkat by 1%, 2%. Itu boleh jadi satu data juga. Besides that, I think it's all about not wanting to give a very, a very empirical data yang sangat heavy. Tak payah. Just that bila pembaca tu baca essay tu, dia dapat satu gambaran. Apakah perubahan yang berlaku? Apakah improvement yang sudah berlaku? It could be as small as the little improvement you see in your one group of student macam kajian tindakan itu sendiri. So cikgu tak payah fikir, saya tak macam Cikgu Anuthra, saya tak ada TIC, saya tak ada big STEM movement. Tak cikgu. I believe that ramai lagi guru lebih hebat dari saya tapi saya menang. So mungkin penceritaan saya itu lebih fokus, lebih jelas. So cikgu-cikgu di luar sana, bukan cikgu tak boleh menang. But your story probably have so many things but lacks focus. So data-data yang cikgu bagi tu kecilkan, write it in a way that pembaca itu boleh faham dengan words limit yang begitu kecil. I hope that answers the question.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I like that we need to cari fokus. I think apabila kami baca entry Cikgu Anuthra, walaupun dia cikgu chemistry, dia sangat fokus kepada apa yang dia buat di TIC. So sebab essay kita ada 5 essay kan cikgu. Kita ada bahagian PDP, lepas tu kita ada bahagian dari segi community, lepas tu ada sumbangan kepada profession keguruan. So senang untuk cikgu pilih part mana yang cikgu nak fokus lebih. So Cikgu Tan, I want to bring to the second question iaitu PDP di bilik darjah. Ramai cikgu yang ingat dalam Malaysia Teacher Prize ni kita mencari PDP yang luar biasa, yang out of this world, everyday do TikTok videos or like everyday do something crazy. Tapi sebenarnya tak. Kita mencari PDP seharian yang efektif, yang impactful kepada pelajar-pelajar. Can Cikgu Tan share with us for your essay for PDP, what did you write? And how did you think your essay stood out among the rest? Hello, cikgu. Okay, I just want to quickly comment. Ada cikgu Adri, dia kata sehingga 1 pagi dia buat essay. Tahniah cikgu, tahniah kerana dah submit at least. Well done. So let's go, Cikgu Tan.
Okay, thank you Cheryl for the question. So for essay PDP, sebenarnya saya memang ada kerap buat inovasi. So since I was a university student, memang my lecturer pushed me lah to like do innovations. So masa saya tulis essay MTP, saya fokuskan essay saya kepada wheel of learning. Iaitu salah satu inovasi saya yang sudah saya guna 8 tahun, untuk 8 tahun. And then because dia boleh diguna semula, is a wheel, and then it's a mind map actually, mind map to help students to write story based on 6 feelings. And so I used that for 8 years, and then that's why saya ada banyak data lah tentang keberkesanan inovasi itu. So on top of that, saya juga memberi ganjaran, reward, okay, reward for my students based on the number of stickers that they collect. And this one is very much emphasized during the lead cohort 2 sessions, because we had class dojo, and then we did collect stickers, and then we got KFC as a reward. So I got that idea and I applied this to my classroom. So for each questions that my students answer correctly, I will give them a sticker, and then for each good behavior they have, I will like praise them using the sticker, and then like by the end of like maybe like the month, so based on the number of stickers, I will give them rewards. So that's how I encourage and engage my students. So that's something very little, like stickers can very little things, but actually it means a lot to validate the students. Yeah, like to like recognize of you have done well. Yeah, so these little things that we can do in the classroom that can make a difference.
Thank you, Cikgu Tan. Seperti yang Cikgu Tan kongsi tadi, it's innovation macam stiker, Cikgu. Itu biasa je kan? How can a sticker, but bila kita perkenalkan strategi-strategi ini yang nampak simple tetapi dia memberi impact kepada dari segi pelibatan pelajar dalam classroom, ini yang dicari oleh Malaysia Teacher Prize. Cikgu Sirhajwan, I want to go to the last question untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize, iaitu penggunaan wang ganjaran. Apa yang kami lihat sedikit trend tahun lepas, sebenarnya essay 4 essay cikgu dah cantik dah. Tetapi when it comes to penggunaan wang ganjaran, ramai cikgu yang struggle untuk articulate apa yang mereka nak buat dengan 50,000 tu. Ada yang tulis, oh mungkin 20,000 tu saya nak pergi bercuti, lepas tu 30,000 tu saya buat ni. And then we are like, essay dah cantik, except the penggunaan wang ganjaran yang sebenarnya memberi impact kepada your overall essays. So what tips do you have? And I know untuk Global Teacher Prize, you have to write what will you do with USD 1 million, which is so much more bigger amount compared to the 50,000. How can teachers, bagaimana mereka boleh structure their thoughts and their essay untuk penggunaan wang ganjaran, penggunaan wang ganjaran ini? Can unmute. Is it me or is he frozen?
His line, yeah, I think it's the connection.
Oh no. Okay. Okay, then Cikgu, okay, then we'll come back to Cikgu Sirhajwan. Maybe Tianxing, if you can, okay, then remove him so that he gets his line stable. Cikgu Anuthra, then the question is for you. How can they structure that? Bagaimana mereka boleh structure the part of penggunaan wang ganjaran ini dengan lebih efektif?
Alright. So I think generally, secara umumnya, cikgu-cikgu mesti ada something you want to do, because one of the syarat application for Malaysia Teacher Prize, kita ada at least another 10 years in service, right? So maksudnya kita akan stay. So when we are staying, mesti bila cikgu apply, cikgu ada something yang cikgu nak buat. Mesti ada something that has brought you to where you are today and what you want to do next. With that money, what can I do for whatever you have been doing? So instead of cikgu fikir personal, memang cikgu boleh treat yourself, bukan tak boleh. I think you know, you want to be happy with your family, saying, you know, appreciation, it's fine. But I think the idea of the wang ganjaran is because like it's like getting a seed money, a fund. It's like I'm awarding you this because I believe you can use this money wisely. I'm going to give you this money because I see value in what you do. And I believe that what you do can be done more, or something like that. So cikgu-cikgu, kalau cikgu rasa your dream of the kind of classroom you want in your school, for example, or the kind of learning experience you want to create for your student, but you're limited because tak ada duit, contohnya. So tell that story clearly, like how that money can be used. And I would say the tip is not to think as a one-off. This is one thing I learned when I apply for grant. Don't ever think that it's going to be like, guna sekali dia habis, macam tak ada value lah dengan duit tu kan. But if the money used later will have ripple effect, dia akan macam spread more or help more people, or the benefit is not going to stop with, if I set up something, a STEM room, for example, in my school, it's not going to just stop for one cohort of student, but it's going to continuously. So benda macam tu lah. So what we're going to do with that money, I think it's very important to think of the mid-term and the long-term effect instead of focusing on what happens after you use that money completely. And number two, think about where you are and what you want to do more in the remaining time of service you have. So these two will probably help you kind of like think the kind of learning experiences or the kind of mission you have in your mind untuk wang ganjaran tadi itulah.
Alright, thank you so much Cikgu Anuthra. Cikgu Sirhajwan, I have a different question for you sebab Cikgu Anuthra terpaksa masuk to answer the question, but it's okay now that you're back. Sometimes bila sama seperti soalan wang ganjaran tu, mungkin ada setengah cikgu yang rasa yang penggunaan wang ganjaran ni mesti dari segi infrastruktur. Mungkin kena bina bilik STEM atau bina bilik bahasa Inggeris dan sebagainya. Walaupun tak salah, boleh. Tetapi selain infrastruktur, apa yang mereka boleh gunakan untuk wang ganjaran ini yang mereka boleh tulis dalam esei supaya esei mereka stand out among the rest?
So hello, yeah, okay. So that's a good question. So when people get that question, they think, oh my God, I'm getting 50,000, I'm getting 100,000, I'm getting, if it's global teacher prize, is USD 1 million. So they feel like they need to build something, like what you said, you know, membina sesuatu, bangunan atau sebagainya. Tapi tidak semestinya. Yang penting, pertama sekali bila kita tengok tu permohonan tersebut, apa fokus cikgu daripada esei yang pertama sampai esei yang terakhir tu. Okay, jadi apa yang kita nak buat dengan wang tu kena konsisten dengan apa yang telah kita tulis. Jangan tiba-tiba kita pergi cakap pasal bidang seni and then permohonan tu tiba-tiba dia pergi sukan. Wang ganjaran tu kita mau pergi buat aktiviti sukan. Jadi dia tidak konsisten sudah. Out of nowhere something else comes out in your what they call it, the use of the money. Okay, so you can do a lot of things. You can do, for teachers, we can do continuing professional development programs. One of the ways for you to scale up your project untuk kita memperbesarkan, memperkembangkan, menebaluaskan projek kita sama ada STEM, seni, pendidikan khas, sukan, kita buat professional development program sebagaimana yang telah dibuat oleh Pemimpin GSL, dan kita tengok bagaimana impak Pemimpin GSL tersebut. Cikgu Tan Shi Min pun salah seorang peserta yang sangat aktif. Jadi kita boleh tengok itu tidak melibatkan pembinaan infrastruktur, tapi duit tersebut digunakan untuk menjana kos continuing professional development. Dan bila kita buat continuing professional development, memerlukan banyak perbelanjaan daripada segi latihan, sewa tempat, perjalanan, penginapan dan sebagainya. Okay, so in fact, one of the most common use of grant for any competition actually is more on training, on covering expenses for training or professional development. So that's one of the things that we can do. And the other one is that we can buy resources or materials, right? It can be like computers, books, sports equipment. So those, you don't need to build something, but you buy resources. I think that's all for me.
Yeah, I like that. That kita tak perlu bina sesuatu, but we can use that to buy the update the school library. I think if you are looking as an English teacher, banyak resources yang kita boleh beli. Banyak even online punya like softwares that we want to purchase also is very expensive. But if it's going to help to kepada apa yang kita tulis, I think that's what we can do. So fast, kita dah 7 minit saja tinggal untuk sesi ni. Feels like so fast, feels like a really nice santai podcast that we are doing, which is, you know, my dream life that all of you are helping me to live. Cikgu Tan, I think in the last few minutes, kita nak cakap tentang motivation lah. I think a lot of teachers, I think Cikgu Tan just now you mentioned that you're a very shy person. And as teachers, sometimes naturally, kita tak suka spotlight on us. We want the spotlight to be on our students. And I often used to say that if my students are great and if they forget me, it's fine. Because I'm just like, great, you know, you are great by yourself. You don't have to, you know, do this. But what could be the benefit of a teacher shining a little bit of spotlight on themselves? Or, okay, may I reframe my question? If there's a teacher who is shy, like you, and think that through the Malaysia Teacher Prize, there's so much of spotlight. How do they overcome this shyness to apply for the Malaysia Teacher Prize?
Okay, yeah, thank you so much for the question. So for me, I must I apply, I ingat just to do this for the students. Yeah, so because I apply memang because of the 50,000, because I want that money to be used to upgrade the English Wonderland and the mobile library at my school. So kalau kita think we want to help our students further using the funding to upgrade the school facilities, upgrade the school resources, then that motivates shy people like us, shy teachers like us to like apply. So I must say ingat masa saya apply, I only told my GKB I'm applying for this, and then please keep it hush hush, don't tell anyone. I told her, and then she said, kenapa you apply? I kata I nak buat English Wonderland tu cantik sikit lah, so I need money, so that's why I apply. And then she said, okay, all the best, Tan. Okay, you have my prayer. And then that's it. I never told anyone else that I'm applying until I got the top 10 finalists, and then people already start like congratulating me. I was like, oh, and I was like quite nervous. I was quite nervous because I have never got this like in my life, like, oh. And then, especially being like highlighted in the PEMIMPIN GSL page, like was like, wow, this is quite overwhelming for me actually that time. And then, but I start to like cope by interacting with other top 10 finalists like Cikgu Anuthra, Cikgu Wan, Cikgu Kak Aisha, GB Sharil, and then Cikgu Kuma. Yeah, and then Dr. Shai, and then Cikgu Go. Cikgu Go is also a shy teacher like me, but he also applied. And then, yeah, so don't ever think that this prize is only for like extrovert teacher. It's also for like introvert teachers, like teachers who do things at school. So yeah, Cikgu, if you are shy like me, please don't this, yeah, don't make this like stop you. Just apply.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, very nice. I like that. So it's not a popularity contest. Cikgu Kasmawati cakap, saya rasa kecil je bila duduk dengan bersama rakan-rakan hebat. Cikgu Anuthra, I want to bring you to one question that I think I've put before in our WhatsApp group. Walaupun population kita ramai guru wanita, malangnya last year kami menerima sangat sedikit application daripada guru-guru wanita. And saya macam, I think as we were looking through, I macam, why our female teachers not applying? Tetapi as I think about it, saya pun sebagai seorang wanita, saya sering memperlekehkan my own achievement. Saya macam, no, it's just normal. But what can we do to encourage? What is your advice for the female teachers out there yang masih ragu-ragu because they think all these words yang cikgu suka guna, saya biasa-biasa, orang lain lagi hebat dari saya rasa kecil je. I feel so small when I'm filling up this application, to quote Cikgu Suling who wrote that. So what advice can we give them?
Okay, wow, very exciting, and I have very little time to talk about that. So cikgu, all the female teachers out there, we are the majority, right? We are the majority. Mahu tidak mahu, profession perguruan ini didominasi oleh kaum wanita. Tapi when it comes to award or winning or even applying, memanglah kita tak akan menang dalam matematik. Kebarangkalian untuk kita menang memanglah rendah kalau yang apply itu pun sedikit. So imagine we have 5 male and 5 female in the top 10 finalists last year. But I want to give a special shout out to all the female teachers out there, amazing educators out there. Let's get the actual scale, the actual ratio of female teacher to male teacher in the pendidikan on the next top 10 this year. 7-3 or 8-2. Hopefully we can. Guru-guru, why you should apply? Very simple. You have been doing amazing things, but you were never celebrated that way. You have been doing great stuff yang bagi cikgu kecil. Why? Because memang kita akan rasa apa yang kita buat itu tidak sehebat orang lain. Stop comparing yourself with others, because what you are doing is so unique to you. You cannot compare apple and orange. So you cannot compare you to me. I cannot compare myself to Dr. Sirhajwan. We all have different agenda, but our mission is always one: better quality education for our students. So if all of you really mahukan anak murid to get that quality education, or even rakan sebaya, you want to give CPD, you want to develop yourself better with your friends to give better quality education. So I think this is the best platform for you. So cikgu jangan fikir banyak, because bila kita apply, kita tidak perlu apply essay yang lebih panjang kerana kita perempuan. We don't have bigger challenges in applying. Sama sahaja. So please apply. So special shout out to all my duta guru dalam program Duta Guru, edufluencers, ramai sangat guru-guru hebat dan ramai guru perempuan yang hebat. So please apply.
Thank you, Cikgu Anuthra. Cikgu Sirhajwan, if you can share a little in this last few minutes, right? For people who are still thinking, they still think they are biasa-biasa, they still think maybe I shouldn't, maybe I'll try next year. Why should they apply this year and before 2nd July? Let's go, Cikgu Sirhajwan.
Because it is an opportunity. And I think as teachers, we always tell our students, grab every opportunity that you have, don't lose it. And then you have nothing to lose. And then there's this phrase that says, whenever you do something, you either win or you learn, but you never lose, you never fail. So sometimes we wonder, we keep telling our students, you can do it, believe in yourself, just take the opportunity, just do it. But do we tell that to ourselves, and do we do it? So this is a way for you to actually, to be like, to tell yourself what you have been telling to your students. So in a way, if you do it, you might get it, you might not get it, but you have proven yourself, and you have proven yourself to your students too. So it's something that you should tell, to your students and also to your colleagues. Okay, that's all.
Alright. Thank you so much, Cikgu Sirhajwan. Cikgu, kalau ada apa-apa soalan, cikgu boleh type dalam chat. I think ada seorang yang tanya kita results anugerah tu bila akan tahu. Selepas kami dah habis tarik tutup, apa yang akan berlaku adalah penjurian. Jadi semua essay akan dibaca oleh I think lebih kurang 80 orang juri yang kita ada tahun ini, dari pihak kementerian, dari pihak NGO dan badan korporat. Dan finally kita akan pergi kepada beberapa stage interview, dan kalau cikgu lepas the first stage, kami akan hubungi cikgu. I think dalam bulan Julai, end of July, August lah. So we will know that soon. So untuk bahagian CV perlu masukkan maklumat anugerah atau info lain yang telah dinyatakan. Cikgu boleh masukkan maklumat anugerah dan sebagainya, tetapi kami tak perlu melihat semua sijil cikgu. You don't have to attach every single sijil pencapaian. So you just have to attach yang relevant, yang menyokong essay anda. That's the important thing. Okay, so Cikgu, I think we have come to almost the end dengan our wonderful panelists yang, you know, I think make me feel like a TV host today. Saya harap, I think more than anything, sebab ini adalah sesi perkongsian terakhir kami untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize. Saya harap usaha kerdil kami ini, I think for us sangat penting untuk meningkatkan martabat keguruan di Malaysia, sangat penting untuk kami meningkatkan profesionalisme guru di Malaysia. And we know, kami tahu research menunjukkan negara-negara yang guru dipandang tinggi, you know, guru dianggap sebagai the celebrities, the top profession, mereka lah yang negara inilah yang mempunyai pencapaian akademik yang tertinggi. So it's not just an anugerah saja-saja. Kalau kita ada anugerah juara lagu, anugerah sebagainya, kenapa tidak kita ada satu anugerah berprestige ini untuk celebrate teachers in Malaysia? So that's what we want to do for the Malaysia Teacher Prize. Cikgu tahu tahun ini asalkan cikgu submit your entry, you will get a sijil from Malaysia Teacher Prize. Berbanding dengan tahun lepas top 10 je dapat, but this year all of you will get sijil asalkan you submit. And I think yang paling penting, I think for me and for the team at Pemimpin GSL, dalam satu, I think 6-7 minggu ni, kami dah travel serata Malaysia dan berjumpa dengan so many teachers yang so wonderful and so amazing. And you know, all your stories just inspire us so much, and we want all of that written down in your essays for the Malaysia Teacher Prize. Okay, I'm going to steal a bit of time, but we'll go Cikgu Anuthra, Cikgu Tan and Cikgu Sirhajwan. Closing words and closing inspiration for everyone. Let's go, Cikgu Anuthra. 30 seconds.
All right. So, tidak orang akan kenal Tenem, tidak orang akan tahu apa tu TIC, dan probably Sabah dan Tenem tu tidak mungkin di-related, okay? It doesn't connected. But because I want MTP, I'm getting the spotlight to the rural kids in Tenem and to the similar community that I work with. So cikgu-cikgu, if you want your story to be heard, you want your community to be helped, for example, macam saya nampak special needs students and so on. So it is your job, it is your responsibility to apply and get this platform and voice. Thank you.
Cikgu Tan, let's go.
Okay, if I can do it, you can do it too. Please apply for Malaysia Teacher Prize.
I like that. Cikgu Sirhajwan, I will save the best for last. Let's go.
That's an honor. So don't ever underestimate yourself. You will never know your true capability of how powerful you are until you put yourself out there, and then you will see how amazed people are when they see you. And that's why you should apply Malaysia Teacher Prize, because that's where everybody, including us, will see how powerful you are. And we need to see that. Thank you.
Very nice. So not just from me, tapi anda telah dengar daripada guru-guru hebat di Malaysia ini yang mengatakan anda sebenarnya setanding, kalau tidak saya rasa lebih hebat daripada mereka, asalkan anda tulis dan bukan show off, tapi kita showcase apa yang kita buat untuk pelajar-pelajar kita demi masa depan negara kita. That is the most important thing, Cikgu. Alright, so thank you so much, Cikgu Anuthra. Thank you so much, Cikgu Sirhajwan. Thank you so much, Cikgu Tan, for joining me today untuk sesi info terakhir Malaysia Teacher Prize. Saya pun nak celebrate. Yay! Saya telah buat 17 info session, Cikgu. 17 atau 18 sesi info Malaysia Teacher Prize. Kami dah menerima banyak permohonan. Saya tak boleh reveal the number lagi, tapi ada sedikit lagi untuk capai target. So, cikgu-cikgu, please apply for the Malaysia Teacher Prize. And I'm so excited, and I will see you soon. I think I've got one more small part to share, but meanwhile, thank you so much, Cikgu Anuthra. Thank you, Cikgu Sirhajwan, and thank you, Cikgu Tan. Right. Bye. Okay, so cikgu, saya ada sedikit lagi untuk share, iaitu langkah-langkah permohonan. Kalau cikgu belum lagi, cikgu tahu cikgu boleh pergi ke malaysiateacherprize.org dan cikgu klik kepada permohonan/cadangan. Dan selepas cikgu dah klik kepada permohonan dan cadangan, cikgu perlu masukkan email anda kepada bahagian tu yang dipanggil login atau register. Cikgu masukkan email anda, pastikan ia adalah email yang cikgu ingat password anda. Dan apabila cikgu habis, cikgu akan dapat code verification in your email dan cikgu boleh masukkan code verification ini kepada this part here, security verification. Dan apabila cikgu dah masukkan ini, maknanya cikgu boleh masuk ke dalam page ini, cikgu boleh isi butiran asas dan letak password for your Malaysia Teacher Prize. So password kena ada huruf besar, kena ada nombor dan kena ada satu special symbol, right? Okay, then cikgu boleh tekan start new entry untuk memulakan permohonan anda. Dan asalkan cikgu dah habis bahagian ini, cikgu boleh screenshot. Cikgu boleh buat permohonan anda dalam bahasa Melayu atau bahasa Inggeris. So pilih satu bahasa. Dan semua esei dia ada di sana. Cikgu boleh save dan next untuk pergi ke bahagian seterusnya. Cikgu boleh save and close. Apabila cikgu tak nak tengok lagi, nak tunggu 1 Julai baru nak habis. Atau yang akhir sekali, cikgu boleh submit your entry untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize. Jadi apabila anda dah tekan save dan next ataupun tadi slide sebelum tu, apabila anda dah tekan start new entry, anda boleh screenshot page ini dan boleh hantar kepada kami untuk mendapatkan sijil untuk sesi perkongsian hari ini. Alright, so saya harap dengan ini, saya harap anda semua boleh mohon untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize. Kita ada 2 link yang kami akan hantar kepada anda, iaitu ada borang kehadiran untuk hari ini di mana anda boleh dapat e-sijil. Tapi pastikan anda sertakan evidence yang anda telah mula permohonan anda untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize. Tak payah submit dulu tapi jangan tunggu lama-lama cikgu. Kalau saya suka tulis dan habiskan, right? Just get it out of the way. So kita tak fikir banyak and just make sure that after we submit, kita berserahlah kepada Tuhan. And then kita ada talian bantuan WhatsApp kalau cikgu tak dapat sijil hari ini atau cikgu ada apa-apa masalah untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize atau apa-apa saja soalan untuk kami, cikgu boleh WhatsApp kami di talian bantuan WhatsApp 016-239-8510. Jadi okey cikgu, saya dah mengambil masa lebih daripada sejam. Saya dah 10 minit extra ni. Saya tak tahu anak-anak saya buat apa kat luar. Saya pun sangat stres. Jadi bagi pihak pemimpin, I think firstly, saya ucapkan terima kasih. Saya rasa kita dah buat banyak online info session dan saya nampak cikgu-cikgu yang selalu join kami. Saya nampak cikgu-cikgu yang join dari info session yang pertama untuk dengar dengan all our guests dan sebagainya. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for the support. Saya sangat berbesar hati kerana cikgu selalu menyokong kami. Cikgu selalu menyokong inisiatif-inisiatif kami. Dan of course saya bagi pihak pemimpin, saya minta maaf kalau ada apa-apa yang silap, kalau ada apa-apa yang kurang. Kami semua pun masih belajar lagi dan saya bagi pihak pemimpin, saya minta maaf. And I really hope that we will see you soon for our next sharing ataupun program-program lain yang kami buat dan kita akan terus keep in touch. Ya cikgu, kalau cikgu ada apa-apa cikgu boleh message. Kalau saya tak reply message, mungkin saya suka untuk saya tengok saya punya Facebook message dan sebagainya. Cikgu boleh WhatsApp lah, talian bantuan WhatsApp tu. Nanti Tian Sing akan forward kepada saya lah kalau ada apa-apa lah message kan. Okay. Thank you so much cikgu. Kami akan simpan the screen on for a few minutes supaya cikgu dapat your link kehadiran and your talian bantuan WhatsApp. Dan saya bagi pihak pemimpin, saya nak ucapkan terima kasih kepada semua dan finally it's the end of sesi info yang terakhir untuk Malaysia Teacher Prize. So next we will see you bila ada penjurian dan sebagainya. So thank you so much cikgu and good night. Dan selamat Hari Raya. Tim saya ingatkan saya untuk wish selamat Hari Raya. Yes, selamat Hari Raya Haji cikgu. I hope you have a good holiday and a good break. And bye-bye.